White rice often receives criticism for its rapid glucose spiking properties, especially in conversations about low-carb or ketogenic diets, but a deeper look reveals a more balanced and nuanced picture, one that highlights both the challenges and the strengths of this staple food. White rice is a high glycemic carbohydrate, meaning it digests quickly and raises blood sugar more rapidly than whole grains or high-fiber foods. This characteristic can be alarming to people who have spent long periods restricting carbohydrates, since their bodies become less accustomed to processing sudden glucose loads. When someone who has been on a strict low-carb diet suddenly consumes a bowl of rice, the spike in blood glucose and insulin may feel sharper because their metabolic system has adjusted to running primarily on fats or ketones. That transition can temporarily reduce carbohydrate tolerance, leading to symptoms like sluggishness, brain fog, or intense hunger shortly after eating. Yet these reactions reveal more about the effects of extreme dietary restriction than about rice itself. When consumed by people with a balanced and flexible metabolism, white rice can fit comfortably into a healthy lifestyle and even offer advantages in certain contexts. Its quick digestibility makes it a reliable energy source, particularly for individuals who need fast replenishment of glycogen, such as athletes, physically active workers, or anyone recovering from illness or fatigue. For centuries, cultures across Asia, South America, and the Middle East have built resilient diets around rice, pairing it with vegetables, legumes, fish, and fermented foods to create meals that are not only nourishing but also gentle on digestion. The fact that these populations maintained stable metabolic health for generations despite daily rice intake demonstrates how much the surrounding dietary pattern matters. Rice becomes problematic only when eaten in isolation or as part of a modern dietary pattern that lacks fiber, micronutrients, and regular meal rhythms. For people reintroducing carbohydrates after long periods of restriction, white rice can actually serve as a useful, predictable food for rebuilding carbohydrate tolerance safely. Because it digests cleanly and consistently, it allows the body to practice managing glucose again without the added complexity of heavy fats, high fructose loads, or processed additives. When introduced gradually in small portions, rice can help restore metabolic flexibility, the ability to shift smoothly between burning carbohydrates and fats. This flexibility is increasingly recognized as a marker of metabolic health, while rigid, long-term avoidance of carbohydrates may lead to decreased insulin sensitivity and difficulty digesting carbs normally. In this way, white rice becomes not just a food, but a tool for teaching the body to manage energy more efficiently. Another positive attribute of white rice lies in its digestibility, which is one of the reasons it is often recommended during periods of digestive recovery. Its low fiber content makes it easy on the stomach, making it ideal for individuals with temporary gastrointestinal distress, those recovering from food poisoning, or anyone with sensitive digestion. Pairing rice with protein and healthy fats such as fish, tofu, eggs, or avocado naturally slows the release of glucose, reducing the sharpness of blood sugar spikes while creating more sustained energy. This means rice does not need to be eliminated from a health-conscious diet. It simply benefits from companion foods that provide balance and structure. There is also a cultural and psychological dimension to consider. Food is not only fuel, it is memory, comfort, tradition, and community. White rice plays a central role in many cuisines because it supports dishes that are rich in vegetables, herbs, spices, and lean proteins. Removing rice entirely often leads not just to nutrient shifts, but to the loss of culturally meaningful meals that are otherwise highly nutritious. Reintroducing rice in modest, mindful amounts can help individuals reconnect with satisfying, familiar foods that make long-term healthy eating more sustainable. From a nutritional standpoint, white rice is not empty or inferior. It contains essential B vitamins, small amounts of minerals, and easily digestible carbohydrates that the body can convert into clean energy. When fortified, it becomes a stable source of folate and iron, supporting populations where those nutrients may otherwise be lacking. While brown rice contains more fiber and micronutrients, many people digest white rice better, and its lower fiber content means nutrients from accompanying vegetables and proteins may be absorbed more efficiently. Ultimately, the key to integrating white rice into a healthy diet lies in metabolic context and balance. Individuals emerging from low-carb diets may respond poorly at first, not because rice is harmful, but because their bodies need time to readjust to carbohydrate metabolism. With gradual reintroduction, supportive pairings, and steady hydration, most people regain their carbohydrate tolerance and thrive with rice as part of a diverse eating pattern. White rice, when used thoughtfully, becomes a flexible, adaptable carbohydrate that can support energy, digestion, cultural continuity, and metabolic recovery, all without compromising long-term health.